You've forgotten your headphones, so you can't work out?
Stop being a girly man and work out.
For decades, Arnold Schwarzenegger has said exactly what he thinks, and his accent makes his words hit even harder.
Chris Pratt married your daughter, Catherine, which is, I would assume, something you were very happy about.
I was like blown away when my daughter was telling me that she's going out with him, because I said to myself, do you have to be so competitive? I mean, you have to have a guy that is taller than me, that is bigger than me, that's doing bigger movies than me, and all of this kind of stuff that makes more money than me and all this. What is going on here? And of course, the first thing that when we met, he says, can we have a workout together? I need to have the inside scoop to the pumping iron.
Right. And did that happen?
I took him to the gym and we worked out.
Were you impressed? Did you was that part of how you decided whether he could be a part of your family or not, watching him work out?
That pumping iron was the decision-making factor. Absolutely. We were in a gym. What was it?
He also doesn't hesitate to be his own critic.
The whole thing has to do with the deportation.
Yes, of course.
Of course, this is a very sensitive subject to me, because when I came over to this country, I was living in fear of being deported.
Were you?
Yeah, because at one point I did a movie that was so bad that I thought that the critics would deport me. Would deport me and send me back to Austria. Hasta la vista, baby.
You were.
When asked about getting into fights, he had a simple answer.
When you go out in public, especially after you won all of those titles, did people ever want to try you? You know, think, oh,
no.
Here's Mr. Olympia, big time, let's see what he can do.
No, never. That never happened. I think that, like I said, in America, the people are much more peaceful than in Germany. In Germany, they sometimes get rowdy in the beer halls and so on, and they want to pick fights. And when you get drunk, you want to pick fights and stuff like that. But here in America, things are much more peaceful. They just kill you with a gun or something like that.
And when he ran for governor, he didn't let it change him.
But look, this is the great thing about it, about adjusting from one career to the next. And the key thing always is to keep your eye on the ball.
Well, speaking of which, it took a lot of Paul to go cold turkey into politics.
Yes, but you know, I never had a lack of that. So it makes no difference to me, because I always say, what's the worst that can happen? That you fail. I mean, you know, that's really not that bad.
Ask Arnold to rate your body and he will roast you to your face.
It's here, and this was taken 2 days ago, so this is accurate. There's a pointer here if you need it, Arnold.
This is so funny. I cannot believe it.
It's funny.
I tell you. I mean, well, first of all, let's talk about the positive here for a second.
The positive. Yeah, let's focus on the positive.
As you know, only muscles get sore.
Muscles, yeah.
Muscles get sore. So you can work out for hours and hours, and because you have no muscles, you will never get sore. So that's because bones don't get sore.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah, that's good.
Now, number two, oh, look at those girly breasts. Oh, this is so cute. Hey, you can show off this little girly breasts at the nudist colony up there in Malibu, okay? But this is really cute.
Arnold.
And then, let me...
Arnold, when you make fun of my boobies, you go too far.
No. But one thing is really muscular.
What?
This is your neck, because it has... Yeah, look at the neck, because it has to hold up that fat Irish head. Yeah. That was fantastic.
Danny DeVito once handed the Terminator a gift he should have refused.
Do you guys pull pranks on each other? Is that something? Because I know like Danny is a bit of a prankster.
Well, so am I.
Yeah.
You know, so we all do these little things that you always do in a movie. There was one time when I was shooting Junior, I remember, and it was lunch break. And Danny said to me, he says, come to my trailer. I cook some good Italian food. And I said, okay. So I went to the trailer. We ate the Italian food. It was delicious, the pasta and all of the stuff that he had. Then he made some coffee, some espresso. And then afterwards he says, Arnold, you always give me cigars. And I always feel guilty. I have cigars this time. I want to give you a cigar. And then I said, well, that's finally. I said, Danny, this is really great. He gives me this cigar, really long one, beautiful cigar, Monte Cristo Anniversario. And so I put it in my mouth and I light it up. He just comes in with the lighter. We light it up and then smoking it. And it was fantastic. We get to the set. We continue on with the scene. I forgot my lines. I'm standing in front of the camera. It was a close-up on me. Danny is behind the camera. And the director says, action. Ivan Reitman. And I said, what am I supposed to say? Well, we continue on with the scene, Arnold, from before lunch. Remember the scene when you and Danny were talking about going out and you're now pregnant and all of those kind of things? And so I said, no, I don't remember. I said, what did we do before lunch? And so I had to go to the script supervisor. I had to check out the script. I totally forgot everything. Find out then an hour and a half later, when I finally started remembering things again, that Danny put some marijuana in the front of the cigar. So what happens. By the way, I was stoned out of my mind, and I'm standing there in front of the camera. I forgot everything, and Danny was always going to Ivan and I said to myself, I feel so embarrassed. Ivan Reitman must think I'm an idiot. I totally lost it, and then Danny was always kind of like.
Most stars are careful around fans. Arnold prefers to walk among them.
Come with me if you want to live. I'm looking for sunglasses. Would this protect from shotgun blasts?
Probably not. No.
I think they're sizzling. Please don't bump my selfie stick. Get out. Just joking. Who is this? Arnold Schwarzenegger. This is my line.
I'll be back.
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 Then he went undercover and started giving strangers gym advice.
See you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. Keep that up.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. Hi, can I help you?
I forgot my key card.
What does a key card mean? You look like you're sweating a little bit. Let me just take care of everything. Here, I have a towel. How's it going?
Pretty good, thanks.
Drinking a lot of water? That's good. Just remember, 75% of the body is water. Keep drinking. Okay, we're not finished yet with the water drinking. When it burns, it grows. Remember that.
You look so familiar to me.
Maybe you saw me on the FBI Most Wanted list. You look pretty pumped up. Remember, we do everything in reps. So you've done 2 reps of water drinking. Usually we do 10 reps of everything, so do another rep of water drinking. Go down a little further. You have elbows and you have knees, so touch them. Very nice. And stand up straight. Very good. Rep number 7. And stop being a baby. This is Gold's gym. This is not a baby gym. And 10. Very good. You did it. Give me 5. That one. Ow. Why you hit so hard?
Before Hollywood, Arnold had a different job, beating other bodybuilders, mostly with his mouth.
At the day of the contest, if he comes in his best shape and he's equally as good as I am, or if, let's say, he's a few % better as I am, I spent with him one night. I go downstairs and book us together in a room, you know, to help him for tomorrow's contest. And that night, he will never forget. I will mix him up. He will come so ready to South Africa, so strong. But by the time the night is over, the next morning, he will be ready to lose. I mean, I will just talk him into that. That's no problem to do, you know. And so all those things, you know, are available. And so if they're available, you might as well use them. So that's why it doesn't matter if he comes in shape or out of shape. If he comes out of shape, at least has less hassle from me, you know. And if he's in shape, fine. I hope he is.
But you couldn't pull this with Franco, could you? Franco's pretty smart.
Franco is pretty smart, but Franco is a child. And when it comes to the day of the contest, I'm his father. He comes to me for advices. So it's not that hard for me to give him the wrong advices.
And his home life is just as savage as his interviews.
Lulu and Whiskey, of course, they're invited into the house always. So I feed them cookies, oatmeal cookies in the kitchen. And then the dogs get jealous. I have to feed them oatmeal cookies. They're especially made for the horses, really, but they taste good. So I eat them, the dogs eat them, and the dogs eat them, the horses eat them, everyone
What a
eats them.
menagerie.
Yeah.
Wow. That is crazy. Do you ever have house guests who aren't aware of what's going to happen?
Well, you know, we have house guests coming over, and my dog jumps at them, and then all of a sudden Lulu runs through the house, and my cousin was here not too long ago, just before Christmas, and she was like in the shock because she never thought or knew that the animals come through the house.
Yeah,
so she saw the miniature donkey run into the house, you know, and scream loud, you know, demanding cookies, you know. And they say, all right, Lulu, come on down. And she says, oh mein Gott, Arnold, ja, was machst du denn hier? Gottes Willen, das ist doch kein Stall. Meaning, it's not a stable. What are you doing here? This animal's doing it.
These cookie-eating donkeys.
Which Schwarzenegger moment should he probably have kept to himself? If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel.